So, we're back to finish some unfinished business here with special guest, the voice actor of the Thunder Dragon from episode 41 of Skyward Sword. Uh, Alright, so the last time that we did something like this was when I did Zelda trivia with him after the Savage Labyrinth in The Legend of Zelda The Wind Waker HD. And he brought about me the Gauntlet quiz after I did Cave of Ordeals and Twilight Princess. So now we're here again, although there was no Gauntlet really in Ocarina of Time, so I couldn't really pick an episode for him to guest in, and then do a little challenge or a little game show after that video, even if it were to exist. But since we did the lightning round in Skyward Sword, we have a little twist. Yeah. What is it? I don't know, but I'll let Mega here take the floor on it, so you may speak, my friend, as long as you have the quiz. Or whatever.
I do. So yeah, as he's kind of pointed out, we often like to surprise each other with every collaboration we do, so to speak, where he gave me a multiple choice Zelda quiz in one video, or after one video that we've done, and then I quizzed him on various gauntlets after we did another Zelda gauntlet. So this time, as we keep the tradition going, I prepared another kind of quiz for him. I originally prepared this quiz for the last podcast which we had done where we talked about remakes, but I still believe that it's applicable here as The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword HD is in itself a remake. So, I have for you 10 questions, and they are modeled after the meme, so to speak. Are you familiar with the meme of explain a movie plot badly?
A little bit. Not by much, but a little bit.
So to give you kind of an idea, I'll give you an example, and it's funny enough that I picked this as the example because I reference it so many times within the Skyward Sword episode here. Explain a movie plot badly. A man's midlife crisis endangers his whole family and the city. This is for The Incredibles. Okay. So I am basically going to give you 10 remakes of games. I'm going to explain their plots badly. And Alex, what I want you to do is try to figure out what game remake I'm talking about. Do you feel like you're up for the task?
Well, if I don't, then there's no video. Then we should stop recording. In all seriousness, yes, I'm in.
If you don't, then Lineru will be very disappointed in you.
He's like,
and that will actually be your third. That will be your third challenge after the Silent Realms.
Oh god. Then I'll have to put a little PNG of him sliding and saying, "Oh, you saved me, but you failed to do this little quiz that takes 20 minutes." Maybe longer because I'll probably spend a good 15 guessing what the answer. Oh, I'm kidding. But yeah, I'm in. Totally. I might crash and burn as usual. Maybe not. But let's just see what goes on. I am ready.
Alright. Number 1. The first plot explained badly. A blue-collar man with little depth starts a rock collection to save a monarch from an alien with a dome-shaped head and a demon possession. What game remake is this?
A demon possession. When you said that it's explained badly, you meant it.
Yeah.
Collects rocks. Huh.
And of course, for you folks watching at home, you will actually see the answer on screen now, but as we're recording this live, he has no idea yet.
I really have no idea yet. Especially if it comes out of the blue. Collects rocks. No.
I didn't even really think about making this ungoogleable too, but I know you wouldn't do that to me.
No, I definitely wouldn't.
Though I would hope if you copied and pasted this into Google, Google would just be like, "What in the world are you talking about?"
I can try it, but I probably won't, assuming that it's going to spit out the answer at me, but it probably won't, since it is explained pretty badly. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and just say I'm not sure on this one, because it is indeed explained badly, but...
Alright, if you officially give up, then I'll go ahead and give the answer.
Okay, I am listening.
Right. The answer, this one is Paper Mario: The Thousand-Year Door.
Oh my god. Your favorite game of all time. How could I ever betray you like that?
I'm shaking my head here at you, Alex.
Like,
This truly disappoints me.
You know, I've done the liberty of even watching Flopside Pit of 100 Trials and Super Paper Mario Versus. I should have at least understood this, like, particular meaning.
Well, that one probably wouldn't have helped you here, because this is the plot of The Thousand-Year Door specifically.
Yeah.
Again, as it does have a remake.
So I don't get a point there. Wait.
No, you don't get a point there.
Like, I feel Thousand Year Door fans are groaning at me with disgust at the moment.
But I did go out of my way to try to explain it badly. I also, like the Gauntlet quiz, I didn't really come up with any multiple choice answers, as I didn't feel like I could... I feel like it would have made it too easy, and I don't think I would have been able to come up with any that would be convincing enough. So, we're just going as is. Maybe you'll fare better in the second question. You ready?
Alright, I am ready.
Number 2. Two best friends destroy an amusement park run by a guy who wants to perform the ultimate hypnosis act.
Destroy an amusement park. Two best friends. I'm gonna take a wild guess and assume this is a Mario and Luigi reference.
I can't give you any hints.
Two best friends. I immediately think of Mario and Luigi. Huh. That wouldn't make any sense for me to bring up Super Mario Galaxy, because if it's re-released on the Switch in HD, then would that be considered a remake? I'm taking the best possible guess that I can possibly go on. I want to say Super Mario Galaxy just to throw a guess, because I don't want to say I just flat out don't know.
Alright, that's your final guess.
Super Mario Galaxy, because it has two best friends mentioned in there.
Okay, that is incorrect.
I figured.
The actual answer is Sonic Colors Ultimate. Sonic and Tails actually destroy Eggman's incredible interstellar amusement park because the whole thing is a front for him to collect alien energy and shoot it at the planet to mind control everyone.
Because when I heard planets and energy and two best friends, I thought of Mario and Luigi. At least my mind was in the right spot, but I was in a different state, but yes, I was in a ballpark.
Alright, let's try
Good
number
to know,
3.
though.
I don't know, I might get the full sweep, though there are some here that'll probably be hopefully more obvious to you. But I think these are all at least games that you're familiar with. But let's try number 3.
Okay.
This main character's favorite food is his main motivator in his quest, but said food also gives sustenance to a bunch of sentient instruments.
You've done a pretty careful job of putting it badly. At least you have my credit there.
That was the goal.
Favorite food is his main motivator on his quest.
I guess you could always ask yourself, how often is food a motivator in a Zelda game?
I am gonna say the answer is none. As far as my knowledge goes, food is never a main motivator. I'm gonna say I don't know.
All right, the
this
answer
is
for
my
this one is.
This is my second I don't know, but.
All right, taking the L on that one. This is Donkey Kong Country Returns HD.
Oh.
Bananas are Donkey Kong's main motivator, and in every location, every boss stage gets powered up with the bananas.
Oh, and he also plays bongo drums. I totally forgot. Dang it.
Well, he doesn't play bongos within this game. The Tiki Tak tribe are all modeled after instruments.
I know that some game fans are just... Whoever's watching, if anybody is, are just groaning at me. Hey, this is fun. It's a little bit of brain work, but it's fun.
I'm making you think here for it.
Yeah.
All right, let's go with number 4. This divine beast uses her killer art skills to save the land in the game with the biggest environmental message since Super Mario Sunshine.
Ah. Her art skills. I'm gonna go on the limb and say this is Okami.
Yes, there we go. We finally got one. So I didn't get a clean sweep on you, but there you go.
Yeah.
Yes, as Amaterasu uses her tail and draws various, or uses the different brush powers and draws various forms. I had a feeling you would probably get this one, especially since I said this divine beast uses her art skills specifically.
Yeah, even though it was a little bit better explained, too.
So that is one under your belt. This is awesome. All right, number
Yay.
5. A child leaves home to get a gym membership at 16 different locations across 2 countries. In this remake, they can also finally take their pets for a walk.
He leaves his home to join a bunch of gym memberships. This is way out of my league, but I know that you don't want to give hints, even though when I ask, like, is this part of this? And you say you don't want to give any hints, but is this...
If you get close enough, maybe I'll give you half a point.
Okay, this is gonna make everybody groan if they're watching, but does this have anything to do with... I cower in scaredness when I ask, does this have anything to do with a Little Mac? Because he is a buff one.
No.
I would figure, because I don't know any games that Little Mac was in that have been remade thus far. I only guess Little Mac because he's a smaller person and he is buff, and he would seem like somebody I would go to a gym membership. I'm kind of just guessing out of the wazoo at the moment on that one. Can't say I'm gonna do that for the rest. I'm gonna take a little bit of an L. That went over my head.
So this is Pokemon Heart Gold and Soul Silver.
You
start in the Johto region and you visit the 8 gyms there, get those badges, and then after you face the champion, then you can go to Kanto and then battle those gym leaders again. So that's the 16 different ones. And they can finally take their pets for a walk. Heart Gold and Soul Silver, you can have your Pokemon in the first slot follow behind you on the overworld.
Oh, man. I should have known, because when I was a lad, I was a guest, like the very first, like, Let's Play video that I was ever a guest in on YouTube, who was not my cousin, was Max's Heart Gold Soul Silver. And I should have known. But that was that was over a decade ago, and I sounded way different in that video, and everything that happened in the episode went over my head completely because I could not see his screen. But that is good to know. I like how badly this is explained, but it all, like, shines in the light once you give the answer. But, hey, this is a new idea. Not saying that I'm going to use this on you next time, but,
I'm looking to see what you come up with next time.
It's probably...
But for now, I'm gonna enjoy my time, as I had a lot of fun putting this together. We'll go with number 6. 2 marsupials in denim thwart the plans of a mad scientist branded with the 14th letter of the alphabet.
13th letter. And denim.
Okay, the 2 marsupials are the ones that stop the mad scientist. It's not necessarily a hint, I guess it's just like rewording what I already gave you.
I'm also going... This is shameful.
Alright, this is the Crash and Sane trilogy. The 2 marsupials are Crash and Coco, as they both wear denim, though I guess you could argue maybe Crash's or sweatpants, I'm not entirely sure. But they often thwart the plans of Dr. Neo Cortex, who has a big N on his forehead.
For junk's sake, man. Alright, hey, it's good to know. At least I'm learning a little bit about releases that are badly explained. So, hey, I'm introduced to a meme now.
Yeah, there are some good ones when it comes to the explain a such and such plot badly.
This is a disaster.
I actually tried to find one for A Clockwork Orange, since I know how much you love that movie, but I don't think anyone's made that.
I don't think that would be a family-friendly one, but
Maybe not. That's a little not a movie for the kids.
hey, ask anybody named Alex, and they'll know a whole lot about the movie.
All right. Instead, we'll move on to number 7. A delivery guy's vacation gets cut short because of his poor driving, and in part 2, when he gets back to work, he gets no workman's comp because it's not in the budget.
Because it's not in the budget. A delivery driver.
So this is kind of a part 1 and a part 2 type of remake. This remake features both titles.
His vacation gets cut short. I know it's not Mario and Luigi. That's way out of the question.
Well, Mario's not a delivery guy, is he?
Nope. He delivers stars to the Lumas. But that is not the answer. I know that. I'm trying to interpret the way... I'm going to ask, you typed this, right?
Yes. I came up with all of these. I wrote all these myself.
Okay. So it makes it easier for Google to not detect it.
Right.
All right. So it wouldn't have worked. Even if I copied and pasted, even if I did try to cheat, which is like sort of what I'm going through here. I'm like trying to find snippets of it and seeing if I can pinpoint exactly what the remake is. I kind of submitted myself to that, so give me a minute. Okay. I can't promise this is right, but I'll ask anyways. Does it have anything to do with Open World Delivery Driver Simulator?
No. And I tried not to be so literal with the descriptions here either.
Alright, this one is one that I will also take an L on. Sorry, this is probably turning out way worse than anybody ever thought, and this is probably the worst one that I participated in my opinion.
It's okay, man. It's okay. I purposely made this very hard. But this is Pikmin 1+2 on the Switch.
Oh, dear.
In Pikmin 1, Olimar is on a little space vacation, and he rams the dolphin into an asteroid. Again, likely because he's not paying attention, so his poor driving got him into that trouble. And then in Pikmin 2, whenever he finally gets home to planet Hakotate, and Hakotate Freight, his business, he's immediately sent back to the Pikmin planet to collect treasure as his company has gone bankrupt. Again, so he gets no workman's compensation because it's not in the budget.
Oh dear. Why, Olimar? Why? Why must you be so negligent sometimes and just literally make life so hard on yourself? He's not watching
When Pikmin 4 came out, I thought to myself, is this going to be the one where they revoke Olimar's pilot's license?
Is this where he's gonna, be revoked any job position? Oh my gosh, Olimar.
Alright.
Wank.
Number 8. This one's probably the most literal I went with it. It's probably like the most verbatim way you could describe this plot.
Okay. We'll see.
Number 8. After a night of some hardcore drinking, this rodent gets roped into solving everyone's problems on his way to just go home and go to bed. In the remake, he also has more of an affinity for guns, and he actually remembered to wear pants this time.
And you remembered to get dressed today.
It's so funny because I feel like I should know this. But I feel anybody else worth their salt who loves remakes as much as we do, which does not represent the majority of anybody in this community. Whoever played this game, this guessing game, probably might have it go over their head too. So darn. With as little as you've been on this one, I will have to ask what this is.
Alright. This is Conker Live and Reloaded. It's the Xbox version of the original Conker's Bad Fur Day.
Oh, dear.
Again, probably... By the way, whenever I said it was a bonkers plot, I wasn't trying to give you a hint. That was, literally, I realized what I said as I was saying it. So me saying bonker was not a Conker hint.
Okay. Hey, if anybody wants to do...
Yeah, Conker goes drinking with his buddies at the bar, wakes up hungover, and he gets roped into solving everyone's problems across the land when all he wants to do is just go home and go to bed.
Oh gosh.
Live and Reloaded is famous because it features a multiplayer mode, which features I believe it's a third or first person shooter. But I remember I had friends that really liked that multiplayer. And on top of that, in the remake with the new graphics, rather than just have a hoodie, they give Conker pants this time.
So hey, guys out there, any adults who are over 21 or 21 and over, if you want to do bad at a quiz, look up explained badly memes, and don't wear pants. Drink until you pass out, and the following day, go nuts, wear pants, and then go on a shooting spree. Although I'm totally kidding, don't do that because you'll get in trouble. Kids, don't drink. If you do, be safe. There you go.
Be responsible.
All right. Next one.
Number 9. Twin brothers go on a trip to a foreign land full of laughs and legumes. Meanwhile, the usual cannon fodder of an opposing army searches desperately for their leader.
I'm gonna guess something Mario and Luigi related because they're twins. They're twins, but they wear opposing colors. One wears red and one wears green. Legumes are beans, though, so I won't really say Mario and Luigi in that sense. Beans. Legumes. Jeez. Want some beans? The fact that you wrote this makes me believe that this is not going to pop up in Google, so I'm almost certain. Searches desperately for their leader. So, I haven't told you. I've told Jason and our server. I'm sure you're in it. I saw you like join a couple weeks ago, but I specifically sent pictures of me just playing a certain card game. It wasn't D&D. It wasn't Cards Against Humanity. It was, I want to say, The Binding of Isaac, where we just had a Binding of Isaac night, and we just played that game for a couple hours. Does it have anything to do with that game? Even though it's not, I'm not talking about the card edition, I'm talking about the game edition.
The game in general. No, this is not The Binding of Isaac.
Okay, then I will specifically have to ask what this is.
Alright, I was grinning because you were so close.
Hey.
But this is in fact a Mario & Luigi title. This is Mario & Luigi Superstar Saga plus Bowser's Minions. Mario and Luigi are the twin brothers, and they go on an adventure in the Bean Kingdom. And the reason it's full of laughs is because all the areas are named after different kinds of laughs, like Hoo Hoo Mountain, Chucklehuck Woods, Woo Hoo University, Oh Ho Oasis.
My God.
Meanwhile, the usual cannon fodder, Captain Goomba, of an opposing army, Bowser's army, searches desperately for their leader. They're trying to get Bowser back in the Bowser's Minions half of the game.
Oh my dear. Hey, at least Mega here has done an incredible job in his writing skills. If I had to give him, like, on a grade scale of how well he's done at this meme, he gets an A+.
Woo! Alright. Last question. Class couple's date gets interrupted when the girlfriend is chosen for divinity and the boyfriend gets a fancy new weapon that talks to him. If only they had listened to the weather report.
If only they had listened to the weather report. I'm going to just go ahead and throw this answer in there. Is this Skyward Sword? Because this explanation does entail Link's sword talking to him. And in the beginning of the game, Zelda gets thrown into a storm.
That is correct. You have gotten 2 right answers in this quiz.
No! Let's go!
I had to throw at least one for Skyward Sword in. Yes, Link and Zelda are the supposed class couple, and their date, aka the flight after the wing ceremony, gets interrupted when Zelda is thrown into the tornado out of nowhere. She's chosen for divinity, aka becoming the goddess Hylia, and Link gets a fancy new sword that talks to him in the form of Fi.
I would have figured you would have put this one last because this is the game that you just guessed it in. Hey, if you want to get an A+ on your paper, kids, go ahead and play a bunch of Zelda. If you want to make $100 on the street, go play Zelda and answer some trivia questions, folks.
All right, so that puts you at 2 out of 10. So I guess for anybody who was at home who was maybe just listening to this blind, how well did you do?
If anybody has gotten any right answers from the bad explanations, I would like to know. Who knows? Maybe
we'll just maybe we won't throw up the. Or I guess it depends on how you decide to edit it. But maybe you won't throw up the answers right away and give everybody a chance to guess.
I just might do that. But yeah, if anybody else has done better on this, I would definitely like to know. Because I only gotten 2 out of 10. Better than 0. Hey, memes badly explained. So that ends this trivia, I guess. We can call it trivia. Because it was...
Now I'll just have to wait on the next time we collaborate for you to get your revenge on me.
Oh dear. Hey, at least a treat comes out of this. With that, Mega and I will see you in another challenge, hopefully, because him and I do intend to... This is non-spoilery, but I will say it anyway. Him and I do intend to record the second part of our Remakes podcast after Skyward Sword is complete. When will that be released?
Yeah, we originally had part 1 as like a much longer podcast, but we had decided that we want to redo the next half of that basically, just so that way we have more ways that we can talk to each other, because like some of the remakes that I brought up with, Alex felt that he could have been more informed on, I guess, so that's the reason we want to redo. Alright, but look forward to that at some point later in the year. But that does it for this video.
It'll definitely be recorded in the summer, I can tell you that right now. Maybe before September, but let's just see. Alright, that concludes this game show. I will see everybody back in more Skyward Sword after this. Yeah. This is my poor performance, but hey, this was enjoyable. With that, stay tuned, subscribe, like, comment, or anything else. And peace out, everyone.